Alrighty, hello guys, welcome back. Hope all you are well. I have some downtime in between going to bed and whatnot, so I figured I'd pop in and finish up the stream from earlier, or continue the stream from earlier, because it wasn't long and I didn't really get anything I wanted to done, and my day kind of got broken up a little bit, so just fine. I got some good work done, I guess, and we're all set up for tomorrow, but kind of wanted to get this done for you guys because I won't be around tomorrow. And, Sunday might be busy too and stuff. So, damn June bug. June bugs are weird. They can't fly all too straight, and they're always flipping over on their back. But anyways, beside that, hope you all are well. So. So I figured I'd pop back in and finish the stream or something or whatnot. So let me pop into YouTube, get the chat pulled up so I can see you guys and talk with you guys a little bit. Doubt anyone's watching. Let's see who we got. We got... Sean's not coming. Is Sean streaming? Yeah, I didn't even check to see if he was streaming. Let me see. No, doesn't show he's streaming. Alright. So Sean should be around. I'll say he's here. I was gonna say, figure he'd be around. I don't know how to say that or what that even means, so it's in some different language. But my back's on fire. Had to help move rock. My girlfriend's parents sold their pool. You know, they had a bunch of rocks under the deck and the pool liner, or not the pool liner, but the deck that they had built, and we were moving those into the rock driveway, and then they had these concrete pilings. I had to try to help dig those up, and they're about 1.5 feet deep. And then on top of that, had to move some cinder blocks, and had help, but my back still hurts, so it is what it is. So where were we? We were up in Alder Stream, up here at these houses, detailing. So I'm gonna pop back up here. So I actually need to wrap the forest this way, and same with up here, so we can kind of complete this scene a little bit. Probably put some. I need to put some bushes up here on the edge of the forest. What else? I think these yards are okay. These yards aren't okay. I need to put something here. Can I download a gazebo? Let me see. I'm just getting right back into it, so let me put a gazebo. I should make a chat rule, English only. Gazebo. Oh crap! I forgot to update the 1010. I don't know how to do that, but that's not gonna fit. That's just not gonna fit. That's fine. Oh crap. Oh, I am bushed. I am bushed. I'll tell you that right now. Oh. Go to Content Manager and just submit it. It should say open for edit. I guess the whole volcano in Hawaii erupted a little while ago. They had like a big old earthquake and stuff, and I guess it erupted. I should probably actually just go to installed. I'm just gonna put 1010. Excuse me. Yep, there it is. Submit edits. But I guess this fissure opened up in this subdivision, and it's spewing lava and stuff. And it was, I mean, I wouldn't say it's cool because there's people that live there, but it looked pretty cool, honestly. In a sense. I mean, I'm sure it's not cool when you have lava flowing down the hill towards your house, but you know, I guess they kind of knew what they were getting into by living there. It's like, you know, living in Maine and being like, it snows? Nobody told me this. Well, you kind of had to figure, if you live in Maine, it snows. But hope they're okay. Like me with snow, I'm sure they'll be able to handle it, so. But that's about it. That's about it. Damn, children, don't you know the street lights are on? It's time to go home. Oh, I just deleted that tree. Just trying to find the one that fits this house. That doesn't fit this house. What's the siding color on this house? It is white. So I need a white garage. I feel like I already picked that one before and I missed it. Or something. There's that. We're gonna get the driveway. So, ending the PvP at 30 episodes. He's ending Phase 1 at 30 episodes. He's just gonna, at 30 episodes, from what I've gathered, he's gonna go ahead and stop making videos and just finish it up. Because I think he's just ready to be done with the Phase 1, get it out and whatnot, and, you know, only building when he makes a video does take quite a lot. You know, he is sacrificing a lot of time because not only that, you know, to make videos, he's taking what could be precious build time, and he's using that to edit videos and process videos and do stuff for videos and stuff when he could be building. And I think, you know, I know he realizes that, but he wants to deliver us great content. So at 30 episodes, so he's gonna, yeah, no, he's gonna delete the empty baseboards, Chris, to put it out. He's gonna finish the railroad. He will finish it. It's just this is Phase 1. He's already announced the phases. So, hi, Stephen White. Hi, Light and Dash. Hello, welcome. I haven't seen Mr. White here at all before, so yeah, no. As far as my understanding is, and he's been saying it all right up along. This is Phase 1. He just wants to get Phase 1 done with. He's not done yet. I think either he has like 2 or 3 more phases, so. Let me see. It should be like basement or cellar. I think it was cellar. There we go. But that's just my basic understanding of the whole situation. Hi, Railfan Central. Welcome. So that's my basic understanding of things, and you know, if I feel like anyone's gonna know things, you know, I might be amongst a fairly good-sized group of people to know if he was ending things. You know, if he was deciding to stop the PNB altogether here. I feel like I may be in on the know for that, but maybe that's just me. I like to think he likes to tell me things as they go along and stuff, but you know, it is what it is, so. Hey, it's Unreal, welcome. So I got Sean, Steven, Light and Dash, Railfan, It's Unreal, and Chris. It's a pretty good evening, So let's see, I got his driveway, I got your driveway, you got your driveway, driveway, and you have a driveway. So I think these little areas are not completed, but there might need to be a tree in here somewhere. We might need to just stick a tree. Maybe not this tree in particular. We can stick this tree in here. I think we can stick this tree. Oh, that's a pretty tree. That's a good tree. We can also probably stick another tree right. Oh God. You see, if it wasn't so. Oh, that's not cool. Does that weird 2D, 3D thing, whatever. I'm using CBVR 1003 to pull a grain train. It's cool. I don't think we actually have any grain movements along the line. I think I was going to, or I might still. I'm not sure. Grain isn't really a huge thing up in Maine, so I don't know if I'm actually going to have any grain trains. Probably not. Or how much grain movement I have is very questionable. So does the CBVR see any? Yeah, actually, I was just talking about that. I don't know. Not really. We do have some grain traffic in Maine, I'm sure. We do grow corn. Our crops vary very much. We really we grow a lot of potatoes up in Maine. Potatoes and blueberries. I don't know if I can. Let me get a. Let me see real quick. Can I put potatoes in one of these cars? Because if that's the case, if I can put potatoes in some of these cars. Soy. Let's see. Potato. Potatoes bagged on a pallet. Nah, that would be a boxcar kind of deal. So, I wonder how they haul. Yeah, no, that was actually good timing. So, but no, we don't really see a whole lot of grain traffic. Primary traffic, and we actually have some designated numbers and letters for this. I believe I'd shared this with you guys before. I've mapped out how our trains get labeled. It's basically a 3-step, or is it a 4-step? Yeah, it's a 3-step process. So, it starts out with the yard IDs, or the yard it's departing from. I have to change one of these yard IDs, formerly Carrabassett Yard, which was ID CB. Needs to change to Dead Creek because it's now just Yard 13. So it's going to be DC. But our yards are Yard 13 and Dead Creek, Farmington, Flagstaff, Lackamaganic, North Anson, and Rumford. The yard IDs are FA, FS, LM, NA, RF, and of course Yard 13 is DC. The next step is the train's number designation. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that backwards, didn't I? I'm still confused on this. Let me gather my thoughts. Yard ID. I believe, actually, my bad. That's the yard that the train goes to. I'm sorry. So the yard that the train is bound for is the yard identification letters. So the first 2 letters of a train ID, so like if it's going to Dead Creek, it'd be DC, and I believe it's the train number designation. So 01 is Lackamaganic Limited, that's a passenger train. 02 is the Orion, it's another passenger train. 3 through 24 is North Anson train, so trains departing from North Anson. 25 through 46 is trains departing Yard 13. 47 through 60, or I'm sorry, Flagstaff, trains departing Flagstaff are 25 through 46. 47 through 68 is Dead Creek. 69 through 88 is Mechanic. 89 through 99 is the Pine Liner, or Dirigo Transit, and that's a commuter train. 100 through 114 is Farmington departing trains, and 114 through 133 is Rumford departing trains. And then it's based off of what the train is hauling. There's a final letter, and it's based off of what the train is hauling. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letter classifications. So C is for coal. We do have gravel trains, so G. L is locals, so most trains that depart Yard 13 are mostly locals. P is for passenger. Standard freight is just F. T is for intermodal or trailer trains, and Y is our yard jobs. So a train departing Dead Creek, or going to Dead Creek, let's just say from Flagstaff Yard. Let's say it's the third train departing, so it'd be train number 27. And either we put a dash right... I think we put a dash right here. And let's just say it's a trailer train, so it'd be 25T, so DC 27T. So, actually I think the dash goes between the first two parts, but you get the gist of it, so... And then so on and so forth. Post of the con. Oh, okay. So that was something you'd said before. So let's see here. Hey, Hell's Cats. Add a D designation to trash trains we run. Oh yeah, because T's already taken my trailer. We could just put, no, G's gravel. So yeah, D for trash trains. CBVR has an ST75I and an S. We have two ST75s. Oh, Sean already has it. Well, dang, Sean, let me talk. That's what I'm here for, man. Put some of these trees out here. Just trying to fill up the spaces just a little bit before I go. Defaulting to plopping some bushes, which I might anyway. Hi, Penn Eastern Rail Production. How many people do I have watching? Seems like I have quite a few. Let's see, I have 7 watching right now. That's good. It's really good. Alrighty, so enough lollygagging around. Let's probably pop some bushes in through here. I hear a helicopter off in the distance. Need to finish my soda. Had rallies for dinner. Nope, that just... 8! We have 8 people watching. D for dumpster. Oh, I didn't think of that. Good point, D for dumpster. I'm actually going to put my drink down here on the floor. And actually, I don't want the carpet getting wet, so I'll just drink it real quick. So yeah, let me quit lollygagging around, because I'd like to get moving. Let's put a cluster of bushes right there. Why, I do not know. We're going to say these guys are pretty much all on top of their yards and stuff, and I don't want to put that there because that blocks 2 windows, and that would have been taken care of. We can, however, do that. Gonna just crunch that in up against the building like so. No one will really ever notice. What's this? How tall are you? You're fairly good sized. I think I will put you back here, however. Alrighty. Where was that flower bush? I want to add a few of those, because those are just pretty. I really need to download some more of these, and I will over time. Just, That's big. Let me put you right here. There we go. I'm gonna put maybe one or two. Maybe one right here. And then maybe a couple off and over here. And we'll maybe put one in this guy's front yard. Okay, cool. Alright, so I want to take those bush splines I was using and start foliaging the forest. Like so. Kind of get the woods all taken care of. Just try and get some brush in there, add some diversity. Let's see, what do we got here? We'll put some tall grass. Maybe put we'll put this grass. Maybe we'll do so. And put some tall grass up through here. Same deal with, maybe not that close to the road, and not that close to the road either. That looks good. I like it. Good. How's it looking from right here? It looks pretty good. However, and this dark tree needs to go. This is an old tree that we don't have room. I just put a freaking butt ton of stop signs in there, didn't I? I at least put 2 stop signs. And I just deleted some trees because the freaking LODs are huge. Let's see. Probably grab some of these ST trees and they take up some good space. What do we got in the chat? How do I get a garbage plant? Probably have to look at the photos in the Kipash one. I don't think there's any for Trainz. There is not. What about the one on the P&B just outside of Grafton? Seen an episode. It's the root tour vid. You'd have to go back and watch the root tour vid then. You can get some azaleas and stuff like that. Type plant into search box. Let me see. Plant. Need me some azaleas. Ooh, nice. Whoa. Oh, this is speed tree, ain't it? That's... Nope. What did I do? We don't need to use that. A Boston fern. Tiny little fern. Azalea. Ooh. Nice. I think I'm gonna plant you guys right here. Perfect, so we got some azalea bushes up there. Let's see, we got backyard grass. No. Put some tall grass in and around that. Make it look like maybe they don't take the effort to weed whack it too much. I do need to put a mailbox over here, though. Rural mailbox. We'll put number 2. So there's that. We got that mailbox. Does this guy have a mailbox? That guy does. And this guy just needs a mailbox. Boop. And there, he has a mailbox. Put it a little closer to the road. There. There, I like it. I was thinking maybe a street light or something, but I don't think so. I'll name the streets later for some final detail. Alright, let's push along. I want to plant some more grass up in here, but I also want to add that texture. I probably should take plant out of our mailbox out of the search. There we go. Let's get that texture. No, not that texture. Please don't freeze on me. There we go. There's that. Hey, sweetie. Love you. Alright, so plop that in. Putting down some basic textures. So the nice part about this is it's all seems to be remains mostly all forested, so all we really need to do is just plop in the forest textures, which works out well. I'll tell her you said hello. Alright, pop a lot of that in. That could be a rock texture. I'm going to make that a rock texture. Trying to get done with my life. Just be done already. Hope I don't get copyrighted by the guy driving by with his loud music. That'd be pretty funny. Alright, so we got that now. Should I do anything in town real quick? I probably should. I really can't be bothered. But I really should. I'll come back. Okay, so I need to run up to Dead Creek, assuming this game doesn't quit on me, and grab some rock textures that I have up here. And I think they're all right next to each other. Yeah, they're all right here, so I need to just go play with the rock textures. And What the heck happened? What the heck happened what? So what I like to do when making these kind of rocky areas is play with a few different kinds of textures for rocks and stuff, and try to see which one looks the best. Or not really which one looks the best, but I just like to mesh a few together, and a few ones that look good. I like to see which ones look good, but then I need to mesh those together to make kind of this rocky face kind of look. And the end result turns out pretty well. I also remembered I don't hold down the brush key the whole time. Oh man, Mark wanted to go eat. That sucks. Sorry, people walking by. Have to throw my 2 cents in. Damn that Mark for wanting to go eat. Alright, we have that still on there. We'll have to just deal with the rocks being that close. Alrighty, so I will delete some of the trees off the rocky face. I'm going to put some more brush up on top. I'm not going to go all out with the brush through here in the undergrowth, because I mean I'll make it thick. It's just not going to be, you know, like going through other areas. Because unless you're parked here and you're intentionally looking around at stuff, you're not going to notice, you know, the monotony of all the... Just grab the tree. No. There you go. I gotta type an entire FML roster into Google Doc. That's not an easy task. Try doing a full-fledged flight schedule for your virtual airline that has to... I'll show you. I'll show you what's not easy here in about a few minutes, or at the end of the stream. Something I'm doing for my virtual airline I'm making. Do not freeze. Thank you. While I'm sitting here, we're gonna listen to the wise words of Sean. No, not that thick. There's a K at the end, you whippersnappers. Alright, now I just kind of take the extra time and just lightly click over some areas to kind of get this multi-colored rock look. Grab that. And you kind of get this nice look to it. Multicolored rocks and stuff like that from years of different things. What wise words am I speaking? Wise words from the past. Save. Save, 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 save. If you think Trainz is going to crash, more than likely it is. I don't know if you specifically said that, but... or that part anyways, but... I'm also going to pull this back out and give me some actually good textures that don't look too bad. So, pop these in. Get these nice rock faces. There, I think this looks nice. It's monotonous, it's tedious, but I think the end result is very well worth it. So, very well worth it. Alright, now let's plop some trees in here. We'll get these going. I want to put some, those STRMM trees in here a little bit. Mix them in though, so plop some of the trees I have been using. Especially in these areas where the copy and paste tool didn't reach. plop these in. Get some smaller trees. There we go. I guess I gotta put some ballast down there too, so don't let me forget. I'll pop some trees here. Good way to do this is also looking down, because then you can see which areas are covered and which areas are not, because that also allows you to properly cover all areas and not have any overlapping trees as much. Because despite these things being 2D, they eventually will eat your frames at some point if you have too many of them. I will move you back. Okay, put that there. Pop some in here. A couple right there. One right there anyways. And then right over here. I gotta put textures there, but at least get it going up to the crossing. I have a traffic stopper here. The better question is the road hooked up to it. Good way to find out. Cars are hooked up to it, but it doesn't want to work. Actually, it's not hooked up. I just noticed that. It's not hooked up at all. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. I will also move it over ever so slightly. Alrighty. Let's grab some more trees. Grab some of these. I already grabbed some of those, didn't I? Oh, to find the pine trees. Well, this fir tree works. No, we do not. We have SW1500s. And I went over the roster not too long ago, didn't I? Well, to update you guys, in case you don't know, the roster currently stands. We have the Alco RSD12, the Alco RS36, GP15-1, and 3s. We have the GP35, the GP38, GP38-2, GP40-2W? We might have that. Either that or just standard GP40s. I think that one was going to be questionable, but I don't know. SD40-2, we have the SD40T-2. We have the SD49, SD75i, a single SD77, a GEC32-8, and GEU18B. So that's our roster. That's our final roster. Unless we retire something, that's the only way. That 'tis the only way. Because we've added, yeah. So the GP40 just may be a standard. The GP40-2W may be changed for something, but it's either going to, it's probably not going to stay. So that's going to be changed for something. Then I think I'll let Sean choose what that should be changed for, because I've pretty much picked out the whole roster. Maybe minus a few engines. I have no qualms. My favorite engines are in there. So if Sean wants something in particular added, he can most certainly add it himself, and I will not mind. So anything you want, Sean. Need to add some textures right there as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that same GP15 or GP40-2W. So yeah, I mean, there's only a few of them, but like I said, whatever you want. I just want something to replace them. Would be nice, anyways. So get some of these trees in. Just scream main all together. And they grow in close clusters, so if you see one of these trees, you see a group of these trees, so, or it's not too far from a cluster. Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it. Only a limited market of people would have that, and I'm not gonna have Sean paint skins on payware that most people don't own, because not a lot of people will have access to that. The thing about the fleet, though, is I want the fleet to be fully accessible to everyone. You know, I don't want to have to, you know, have people go out and buy a train to put the skin on it and stuff like that, you know, and plus not a lot of people know how to do that, and I don't want to have people coming to me saying, "Oh, I bought this train and I have your skin, but it doesn't work, and I don't know how to do it." And it's like, I just want the roster to be fully accessible. You know, I want everything to be free and everyone to use it, and everyone to be able to get it if they need to. So, people are more than welcome to, you know, possibly make their own skins for the CBBR on their own time. I will not recognize it as the official part of the fleet or the roster or whatever. But if they want to use it on their own time and stuff like that, then I can't stop you. It's called your own time for a reason. But that's just me. So I'm sure over time, if I get better, or I might ask Sean to maybe make me a skin 2 on a payware unit that maybe me and him both share. But the problem with that is trying to get permissions, you know, for that. So some people are okay about it, some people aren't. I don't know. I don't deal with permissions too often, so, because generally speaking, I have Sean doing that for me, because he's the one making skins. So try to avoid putting him through that kind of scenario. Neglected to put trees over here and over here. Way to go. Yeah, the only way I could get a skin done on a payware unit was if JR or RR Mods came to me and says, "Wow, I really like your railroad. Here, we made a skin for you." That would probably be the only way, but the likelihood of that happening is about slim to none. I really doubt JR is going to come up to me tomorrow or at any time in the future, if ever, and say, "Hey, we're going to make a skin for you on one of our trains," because I just don't think that would happen. I'd be overjoyed if it did, but like I said, probably never gonna happen. Just cool. I got Sean. His work's pretty damn good, so. So that's that. That's that whole big ordeal. That's what's going down. Alright, let's get some of the, that's gonna not work. That might work. I'd have to cover that up a little bit with some of the trees. I need some pines, though. I need some pines to place. I need some pines to place properly. There we go. But no, trust me, I would love it if, you know, we could make skins on payware units and release them, because people are able to do that for Flight Simulator. You know, people are able to get the blanks or are able to make blanks for the aircraft, and as far as I'm concerned, upload them freely. The only stipulation is you have to own that aircraft. Heck, you don't even have to own the aircraft to make the blank. You can just download, you know, if someone makes the blank already, you can go ahead and download that blank that's published onto the website, xplane.org, and you can go ahead and download that blank, and like I said, you don't have to own the aircraft. It's recommended because it helps out to test the plane, but you can go ahead and paint freely and upload without permission, because that's just how Flight Simulator works. You know, that's just how I feel Trainz should work. You know, I think that, you know, people should be able to make blanks and release the blanks for Trainz, and then, you know, for us to be able to freely make skins for Trainz as we so please. So I can sit there and say, oh, well, I have, you know, a fair bit of JR content. I should be able to go ahead and make skins and release those skins for other people to use if they use my railroad. I am not sure why, but this has been, I find Trainz to be one of the most backwards community ever. Rail sim, you know, this community is just backwards, and it bugs me because, you know, X-Plane's so open and whatnot, and we're able to do, like I said, what I just stated, so really kind of bugs me. About the only way to get a skin from JR is either recruit me or you commissioned one. Yeah, so it's bothersome, it's annoying, actually it grinds my gears a little bit. Well, they gotta get over it. I mean, people in the X-Plane community have, you know, released mods to better other people's planes. You know, they've released better, you know, meshes or, you know, paint kits than the publisher put out himself. Or, you know, people do this kind of stuff in the X-Plane community, and it's widely accepted. You know, it's just seen that, you know, everyone has, you know, there's going to be someone out there who has better talent than you. You know, it's almost inevitable. But I don't know. The community's just weird. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Because I can go on a three-day rant about this probably. So don't tempt me. I just might. Oh, it makes me sad too. I'd love to, like I said, I would love to have access to meshes for, you know, the JR GP38s. I'd love to have access to, you know, the GP40s, any other payware content that they release. You know, like I said, it's very, very backwards, because I don't think I've ever come across actually, I do take that back. I remember there was a few aircraft that were released for X-Plane that you had to request the template, but eventually it got leaked into the community, and then people just started painting, and eventually the owner, the guy who made the plane, just became okay with it, and so on and so forth. It was hard to kind of control that thing because he was the first guy that kind of did that, and it was really bothersome because he made a really great plane. And when he did that, it kind of shook the community up, like, hey, wait a second here. You know, there are people that will make payware planes, that will make payware, well, I've only ever seen it once, but they'll make payware paint jobs available to go along with it, and they're usually not good. They are usually not good. So, like I said, it's usually up to the community to come along and to further better what's already put out, and you know, like I said, just over time, it just happens, and it's fully accepted. Not sure why it isn't here. It's just one of the many things that bothers me about this, the community a little bit. Everyone's so protective of their own stuff. Yeah, well, I'd like to say I hope to see it change, but it won't. I can already tell you that. It's not gonna. There's too many people out here that have become too far used to this way. And I hate to say it, but I think JR is also that way too. I mean, I know they're that way because you can't... It's very, very, very difficult to even get permissions and stuff like that, or do stuff. You can't do stuff, period. So JR is kind of a part of the problem too. You know, I think it would really kind of take someone, especially in their kind of position, to change that. But I don't think they will, because then people, instead of just buying their product, would bypass it. You know, be like, oh. But, well, no, that wouldn't work, because I was going to say, well, they can just download the skins and not buy the train. Well, in order to get the skin, you got to buy the train, so it's not going to cut their profit. I mean, if they're worried about people not buying their trains because they're just going to go ahead and get the skin and screw the train, then, I mean, heck, maybe it's just worth making the train. Alright, I got this area pretty much treed. I'm going to have to put some more trees up here, but I want to just focus on this little area right here for the moment. So, like I said, it's... I mean, there's some planes in X-Plane that, you know, other particular liveries exist that, you know, the developer already made with the aircraft, but I think the developer's version is better. But there's developers who make liveries for their planes, or have liveries made that don't look good. But like I said, in order to access those liveries, you have to own the plane. And I think the only thing that keeps JR from doing that is the fact that I think something is wrong with that car. Would have already pulled over and start looking at to see what the heck's wrong, but I think the only thing that keeps JR from doing it, not saying that their content's not good, it is. It's very good content, you know, especially for Trainz standards. It is very good content, but it's not like X-Plane. You know, when I buy a payware plane on X-Plane, I mean, I have full functionality of that aircraft. I can start it up, I can shut it down, I can, you know, there are some aircraft where I can go out back in the cabin. There's a plane that there's a tablet in the plane in the cockpit that I can access the internet, like YouTube and all that stuff. I can watch videos inside the plane in my flight simulator on this tablet thing. You know, there's a lot of things you can do with a plane versus Trainz, where it's kind of just eye candy, and there's a lot of visual effects. There's no real functionality of these trains. You don't simulate... I mean, most trains don't simulate engine startup. I think the real only train that kind of touches upon that is the HP Trainz. And it's not payware. I think maybe JR's GP9s do a startup. Or have that feature available, and you can start them up and shut them down and stuff, but other than that, that's about it. You can't do much else with them. And I think that's where the difference is, because X-Plane you have more functionality, whereas here you don't. You have almost zero functionality, and it's mostly just operating. It's mostly just about operating that particular paint scheme or whatnot. So I think that's kind of the existing problem. Is maybe if there was more functionality that Trainz, you know, be a different story, but there's not. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, well, I'd like to add them, but anyhow, like I said, there's a multitude of things within the community that I could go on for days about, but I'm not sure if it's worth my time. Because this community's been around a lot longer than I've been a part of it, so. Hey, Husky Railfanner. Welcome. Oh yeah, I mean, I get that too. You know, the prices are, you know, vastly different in between the Sims and whatnot. And that, like I said, that's understandable. That warrants the price and whatnot. You know, I think we would be faced with a different situation if the prices were very similar to those of X-Plane, because we're very used to the prices being relatively low. Yeah, you do bring up a very good point. Typical JR train, yeah, it runs for about 10 to 15 bucks, which is incredibly cheap for, you know, some pretty decent entertainment. You do get some, you know, pretty good-looking cabs and whatnot, but like I said, there's not a lot of functionality, which to be expected for something that costs around 10 to 15 bucks. If I bought a plane in X-Plane for 10, 15 bucks, I honestly would not be expecting much. And the planes that do cost that much in X-Plane are older, outdated aircraft that don't have the functionality of the aircraft made today. I should probably save. But at the same time, you know, I would kind of hoped by now we'd be seeing, you know, some more, maybe some trains being churned out that are worth a bit more. I mean, yeah, my wallet would be uptight and closed for it now, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we are moving well along. You know, Trainz is moving well along. You know, it's not a brand new sim. You know, they've been at this for a while. I don't really see any excuse of why there isn't something out like that now. You know, where we have more trains with more functionality and stuff. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a pilot. That's about it. Okay, and doesn't X-Plane require very intense scripting? I mean, it's doable. Scripting is very doable. I mean, does it take a while? Yes, it does. Scripting does take a while. I mean, you know, there are planes with an X-Plane that I play with that I can go out and manipulate every overhead cabin, you know, or every overhead bin in the cabin. Or I can go in and close the shades in it, or There's actually one plane that I thoroughly enjoy flying, that they have this aft cabin door with stairs built into it, and I can open and close the doors, and the stairs fold out and animate, and there's lights that turn on and off on it, and you know, that requires a fair amount of scripting, and it has a maintenance manager and stuff like this. You know, as a freaking maintenance tab for this aircraft. You know, it fully simulates the wear and tear of the aircraft, and I get that. That takes scripting. And I know this community doesn't have some, but it's disappointing. You know, and I know that there's some underlying issues with Trainz itself that don't allow that, and that's kind of where I'm getting at, that it's annoying that, you know, we have this sim that's been out for a long time. You know, the developers have been around the block a little bit. It's not like they just woke up yesterday and started doing this. They've been doing this a while. You know, I wish that there would be some, you know, they would start working on stuff like this built into the sim, because it's doable. It's very doable. Oh yeah, I know. And that's just one of the problems with M3V. You know, I think they're very content with, or content. Content or contempt? Content, okay. That's why she's the one graduating from high school, or college. Not high school. Not high school. Not high school. Oh, crap. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, haven't had a fully working Trainz version since 09. Yeah, I know. I am complaining about, you know, the fact that we don't even have nice features when we haven't had a working Trainz version since 09. I've only been playing since like 2014, 2015. I'm complaining about it like I've been playing forever. Jaden is sleeping in the doghouse with a schnauzer tonight. For saying that. You're in high school. I'm not sleeping in the doghouse with that stupid dog across the street. Barking his little head off today. Ugh. There's that. Some grass right there. But no, I know it's not JR's fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's just, it sucks that, you know, they can't do this stuff. But at the end of the day, yes, you're right, Sean. It does come back to N3V and having the limited functionality within the actual inner workings of the game itself, you know, and you have to look at N3V and go, you know, why isn't this a thing? You know, you're in a market competing, and you can't rely on the fact that, you know, your surveyor is going to keep you afloat. You know, is surveyor mode nice? Yes, it is. But then is it kind of I honestly think it's kind of the sole selling point of this game. You know, that it has such a great, you know, route builder. You know, that this route builder is so good and whatnot. And, I don't think there's another sim out there that kind of has something to this equivalent, or at least to this well done anyways, to have, you know, all this customization over your route. But I don't think that it's going to be able to keep your game selling. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think that they need to be working on, you know, the future of this game versus well, putting out updates that break constantly. But again, that's just me. So Oh yeah, no. That's really the only reason to have this game is the route builder, the surveyor. There's nothing else out there like it. At least not that I've seen anyways, or heard of. But I bet you one day it's going to happen, that someone's going to build Train Sim that, you know, functions like Rail Sim World or whatever, but has a surveyor just like this, or better. You know, some smart guy is going to sit there and think that, and it's going to do it. Or girl. You know, some smart girl's going to do it, whatever. It's going to happen someday. And that will be the day that N3V dies. Or, you know, they have the opportunity to prevent this from happening, but they choose not to. But, like I said, small steps, baby steps. Let's just get a freaking update that doesn't break the game. I still haven't seen... I don't think they've put out their latest update yet, because my game hasn't broken yet. Or, well... It hasn't borked more borked than it already is, so... He can't just teach you how to make a GP40. That's a long process, Chris. You can't just make a train overnight. Alright, I think I've added enough grass up through here. Let's take the bushes. No, I didn't want that. Well, you're gonna need sleep eventually, so no, it's not possible. I say, Chris, I'm only complaining because I'm so darn good at it. But it's just my thoughts on this sim and whatnot. Like I said, I haven't been here a long time. I've only been here a few years, but I like to think that, you know, I see what's going on in the community enough to formulate an opinion about it. And, well, I'd like to say my opinion... it's not that it isn't the best, it's just not... it's not the best, so... There's no real way to sugarcoat it. There's a million things I'd love to write N3V about, but... it would be a massive waste of time, because I really don't... I don't want to say I don't think they'd care, but I really just don't think they'd care. I think that's just kind of the long and short of it, is I just don't think they care enough to really do anything about this. Would you just freaking... There. Go back and smooth out some splines real quick. It's a little close to the tracks. There. Sorry, just trying to focus on this real quick. Too many splines, God. There. Kind of get that done, so... Oh, no, don't worry about it, Chris. Already got 2 of Train's finest skin creators on the job here, so... The only way you can help with the CBVR on the daily is just watching the streams, and showing up weekly, and just roughly keeping my sanity and motivation to do this. And just keeping the conversation going in the chat. You know, it's nice to have people going on in the chat about whatever, as long as it's friendly. I could have swore last year at some point you said you were going to have that done by Christmas, though, Sean. The C32. I don't know, maybe that's something else. Put a few trees up in there. I'm just trying to get the general basic foliage. I'm not going to go all out, especially in a scene like this where it's not important, but it is important to have some kind of underbrush through here. Let's fix that. Husky, what are you reskinning? Ah, crap, I gotta put some foliage up here on the hill. There, you can't see it. You can't see the ground. Oh, an SD75M, not bad. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. Alrighty, wow. I'd say this area is plausible for the moment. I don't really... Oh wait, no, I want to add some smaller STRM stuff. Oh, that's the wrong category. Put a pine in right here. We'll get some other bushes. There's the 6 meter. There's that. Maybe put it in right here a little bit too. Have something right there. Was it? No, it was that. What was that? I want that. Yeah, that can work. I like that. Okay, that's good. We can put that right there. Now, wasn't there some broken trees or something hanging around? Oh, it's that stupid tree. There, that's good. That's good as well. I like that. Maybe put it back there as well, up on the hill. Same thing there. I'm going to delete the U real quick. And I'm going to add in a smaller pine tree. There. Works for me. Oh, but to finish my thought, I just wish within the community we were just able to, like I said, release skins for stuff we make, because in order to use that skin, you still have to own the engine. So that's just my theory. Disagree with it if you will, but I don't want to say I speak for the community, but I feel like everyone kind of has that thought. Let me see, I need some birch trees. I also need some broken trees. Or just barren trees to kind of add line side. I think those are other important details as well. That was a broken tree. Maybe kind of tuck this off back in here. It was just there. Looking good. I feel like something should go in here to kind of keep the scene deep. Let me see what I have lying around. We can use an 11 meter. That might work. Maybe we can drag this up maybe right there. Got a broken tree. That'll work too, but I need a tree. Oh, that's not gonna work. 20 meter. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I think... Oh wait, I was putting bushes on that side of the track, but I didn't do crap over here. Do the 8-meter one right there. Someone just yawned. Gotta remember it's that one. Cost 16D5. Don't use it. And I think that should work. And that should work. Alright, pushing along. I will tackle these areas later. I just gotta tweak them. But I wanted to get this area done before I get off tonight, which is actually gonna be soon. But because these areas, this actually, like I said, this was the first area that I foliaged, and you can tell because of these old trees right here. A Trainz update kind of broke. Oh my god! Don't look at me like that. I'll come over there. But it broke them and kind of made them transparent, and they just looked like crap. And these were my favorite trees. I was actually going to line almost the whole route with them. But Trainz update broke them, and they just don't look good anymore. So, because it wouldn't be a Trainz update unless something broke. But yeah, it was the JVC S5 Pine A 23-meter group. So, unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. But that whatever update that was, I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 updates ago, really broke. Actually, I want to say every tree I had on this route at the time was in one way, shape, or form affected. So, really kind of bumped me out. Wait, no, I wanted that. Ah, crap. I don't... Oh, here, let me just grab you like that and come down real close. No, okay. So we'll just go ahead and... I know I could probably copy and paste, but that's no fun. That's the easy way out. But I wanted to get this area touched up and fixed up, because being the first area I foliaged and textured and put a lot of work into, is actually one of my favorite areas to come through, because just the canopy of trees, and I don't know, it was just relatively nice. It was really nice, so... for the time I had it, but of course, like I said, it broke, and I was sad. And these little trees broke too, and they are. I'll just delete them. Better be safe than forget something, and then you have mediocre-looking content. But like I said, for being the first area I worked on, it does not look like it. It's missing textures. The trees are all crappy like it. And I'm actually just going to delete those grass splines, and I'm going to replace them with, or those grass objects, I'm going to replace them with actual splines and stuff. Alright, I think I got them all. So, yeah, it's worth jumping back into and quickly updating. Actually, I didn't get them all. No, I didn't. Worth going into. So, I also want to add just a small little stretch of abandoned power lines or telegraph cables or what you have you. Just so it shows the previous importance of this route. Not that it's not important anymore, but I also want to update this texture right here. So let me jump in. I want to do the texture work first while I have the ground open. Let me jump down here real quick and grab those rock textures. Let me grab you like that and come down real close. What? I don't believe that's what I said, Sean, but we'll go with that. We will go with it anyways. Alright, so I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna place the rock texture just like this for now, just all kind of one way. Then I'll go back and actually, well, I'll just may as well just. I hear the sounds of children having fun and it's bothering me. Not really. Get. Go. June bug. And we'll update this as well. I think it's worth updating. This was probably some of my earliest work on the railroad itself, so this was probably, I think the town was still called Warren or something like that. This was old railroad, came down to here, and I believe right here-ish was the old paper mill. So, hello, Midwestern 261 Productions. Welcome. Those were exact words, my friend. I'm going to timestamp that shit when this gets uploaded. Jaden must suffer. What's wrong with children having fun? They're annoying. No. Children having fun are fine. Just shut up. Nah, just kidding. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Oh, I didn't want to make that the whole texture. But okay then. Did I already use that texture? No, we did not. Okay. Have to color that back in with something. There. I don't think that looks terrible. Maybe did a little too much overkill. Alrighty. What texture is that? That is a coal small ground. I think this can serve as like some old ballast texture. Yeah, the ballast has definitely seen better days. There's a small fly buzzing around my computer screen. It's gonna drive me bonkers. And that can be a part of you guys' drinking game you have for your juice packs or whatever that you guys drink, but along with anything that happens on the railroad, things that drive Jaden crazy throughout the live stream. or that Jaden gets annoyed with. Shut up. My girlfriend just said try living with me. Wasn't very nice. I think you owe me an apology. What? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Child has fun and drink. Yep, pretty much. Hannah lives with Jaden. Drink and just keep drinking. Hannah lives with Jaden. Drink and just keep drinking. What, you like me? Right? I'd hope so. Otherwise, get out. So I really don't know how much you guys enjoy texture work, but I can tell you I'm getting sick of it. I've been doing this for a while now. Feel like I've been doing this a fair bit of our live streams. Or at least a few number of them anyways. I feel like I've just been doing this for longer than I should be, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Alright, put some stuff there. And we're going to put the rocks down. Please don't crash. Okay. In the meantime, we save. Yeah, I should just start labeling these Jaden's complaint vlogs. I think that would probably be a more accurate title. Because let's face it, I think about 50%, or not even 50%, I think about maybe 30 to 35% of this is me building, and the other percent, what is that, 65%? Yeah. The other 65% is me just complaining about life. Or I'd say 60%. The other, I think the other 5% is waiting for me to, or waiting for Trainz to do something. It's probably an accurate statement of these live streams. No wonder Joe doesn't come around too often. He's like, man, this guy complains a lot, and I'm friends with him. God. But I will say, my hat is off to Joe and other content creators that edit their videos as much as they do. Joe seems like he spends quite a bit of time editing his videos, from, you know, just seeing what he does and then kind of going to do it myself, per se. And I believe that that's Joe's job full-time as well. I think, you know, he either edits videos or edits photos or something, you know, because I know he does photography or something like that. I forget specifically, but I feel like I want to say that's what he does full-time. That's his job. But if that's the case, then, you know, I couldn't imagine doing that and then, you know, going home and then making a video and then editing the video as well. It's like, you know, yeah, you could argue, well, you work around planes all day and, you know, you work, you know, go to the airport, work, come home, and then you get on the flight sim and then spend more time around planes. Yeah, I guess that's a valid argument, but I wouldn't say it's any easier, though. It's probably a lot easier than what Joe does, because he's investing a lot of time and frustration into what he does. Although X-Plane can be very frustrating. This is all just rock. Just cliffy, rocky shore. So, but yeah, I just really could not, I just can't fathom how he does it and just continues to do it. It's a wonder he's only making 30 episodes of the PNB and then just calling it done, because I'm sure he just probably wants a break. Could have swore actually he said he needs a vacation in his video today. Like I said, couldn't blame the guy. Couldn't blame him. Just kind of lightly brush up on some of these areas. There, I think that's good enough. Not like you're actually going to see all of it, but just the right amount of detail. So, like I said, I think it's worth putting in the time. So, Sean, you think of any replacement yet for the GP40-2W? Or better yet, do any of you guys have any suggestions? Disclaimer, not all suggestions will be accepted. Before one of you throws out a suggestion and goes, well, why did you ask then? Please, by all means, suggest something. Well, I have no clue. I mean, I'd say a GP40, but we already have the SD38, and then we got the SD, or yeah, we have the SD40, so I really don't know how much sense that would make. The GP40 is just about the same thing as the GP38. The 2W was just going to throw in some difference. Because other than just a little more horsepower, I really don't see the need to have both the GP38 and the GP40. So, like I said, unless you guys get some suggestion for something, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'll put it that way. Uh-oh. That's not good. Sean is working on clearing up a logo. A logo for what? Actually, while I'm sitting here, and I was thinking of it, hey Sean, I've been meaning to send this to you for weeks now, and my apologies. And convenient enough, I just got a message from you. Let's take a look. While we're taking a look, ooh, nice. I like that. That's for you, for whenever you want to work on that. And post-stream delay, you're welcome. I don't know why I did not paste the textures here, but that is bothersome. I need to put ballast down anyways, so we'll just put over the tracks for now and fix it later. What's all that sighing about over there? Yeah, it's getting late. I'm gonna start wrapping it up here in a few. Getting ready for bed. You got a big day tomorrow. You have a date with destiny. That's a cliche. I'm sorry. You can leave me now. Damn. Uh-huh. Sure you do. But on the off chance it is true, love you too. You big meanie. Guys, Hannah's picking on me. Sound a little desperate, Sean. He said, "Is destiny hot?" We'll get you a friend someday. It is Hanna, Chris. You had it right the first time. That was actually pretty good. Oh, Chris says, "Make me suffer." She does daily.
Hey.
She does daily.
Don't be lying.
Can't lie when it's the truth. You already do. I almost threw out my back again just for your party. I was digging holes. Digging my grave, practically. Yeah. Actually, it's probably more of a Dom Boudreaux thing, but sure. I am not always lying, Sean. Why are you guys always against me? God. I thought we had something. I thought you were my maintenance guy, who always threw the wrench at me. Uh-oh, I feel a sneeze going on. Not bitter either, it's... What bitter? Dang it. My mind was working way too hard. And that's my problem right there. Alright, so we got some good textures going. Put some ballast in, and then it's just not going to have any ballast at all. So, or we'll act like maybe ballast went in and then they just kind of gave up. So, that it's lost to the trees at this point. And then that's about it. So, run the ballast all the way up the hill, because I know I have ballast placed somewhere along here. So at least if I can join the two ballast textures, then I can feel good about myself. Really, you guys do not have any suggestions for a train to add to the roster to replace the GP40. It's actually quite shocking. I'm a little shocked. I figured someone would have spoken by now. There it is. Okay, so they are now conjoined. I missed textures. Way to go. I missed some other textures right there, and right here, right there as well. Man, what was I doing? Must have been drunk when I was doing these textures or something, because that's ridiculous. I feel like I should replace the switch little yawner. Sean does not want to have to use his brain, so please suggest something, people. Should we oh, actually, I should probably rename that. If we're not replacing this switch stand, so I don't know how you guys feel about this. It's just a basic switch stand. It's switch stand MBNSF1. So if you guys are good with it, I'm just going to keep it. Dead Creek Industrial Branch. And while I'm sitting right here, I'm going to move you back to about there. You're going to come the same way. And we're going to change the speed limit through here. Let's see, CS. I want you to be at least a 15. And then outbound, at least, what is this, a 35 coming through here? Or is this the 30? There's a speed limit somewhere around here. I think this is at least a 30. May have a speed limit post somewhere around here. Does not look like I have a speed limit post. I also need to change that switch stand. Might do that while I'm sitting right here. Should I use the same switch stand? I think I'm going to head out for the night, guys. I'll catch you later. Alright, Sean. Yeah, I'm not too far behind you. I got to start wrapping it up because I got to be up early, and I have also a big day for myself. I'm taking my first flight lesson tomorrow. So I think I'm going to use the New Century switch stand 51. should work. Alright, I'm gonna put a quick speed limit sign through here. This should also be at least a 30. This should be at least be a 30. Make it a 30 on the other side. Oh, there's okay, there already is a speed limit. Cool. Alright, so that is a 30 already. Let me see. And I think coming down the hill, it should maybe reduce one more time, because we are getting close to that 10. So probably go down to a 25 mile an hour. And we'll come down to a 25 mile per hour limit. So there will be a bit of braking up required coming down the hill. Put those right there. Alright, cool. And then we can do the same deal over here. 25 coming out to match the limit. And actually, you know what? Just to save on time and my sanity, I think we're just going to go ahead and take you and just come up this way. There. So that way, it's just a 25 no matter what. And then I think it's a 25 when you get out of there. I don't think the speed limit bumps up at all. So I will bump the speed limit to a 30. Not like it's going to matter much, because somebody's yawning a lot. And while I'm here too, I know Sean's going to have some Seanisms about a tree, so we'll move these out of the way. Need to work on this area a little bit too, because I'm not sure if I like how this road kind of crisscrossed the track a couple times, but I feel like it needs to stay under the power lines. So that's done up. Now it's time to place some trees. I forgot a couple trees. Move some trees off the ballast. Little trees poking up through, I guess. Missed some other trees too. Jeez. Missed. Nope. Whoa. Oh, I thought I deleted those. I'm like, wait a second. I don't recall using the smite tool. Alright, we'll go ahead and start placing some of the trees back up through here. And this again will be a thick, lush forest, similar to what I envisioned. Place textures there. Don't let me forget, guys. Place trees up through here. Yeah, I'll place trees here. Here. Kind of want to leave this open a little bit, so we'll... Actually, I kind of want to lower it as well, too. So let's take it down just a little bit. I'm going to place some of the trees that I like in here, and I may mix them in just a little bit with these trees, so kind of move these about as necessary. And there's those. Let's grab some of these Forest Summer 107 trees. Oh, I need to update that. Don't let me forget, guys. Of course, I can just always rewatch this stream as well. So let's talk Trainz. Let's talk roster. I'm just trying to figure it out. And any other time of the week, you guys are like, you should add this, you should do that. And here I am. And I think the stream kind of died a little bit, so let's take a look and see. I probably have about 2 people watching. Pretty good. We hit about maybe 8 people tonight. It's not bad for one of my streams. No, I don't want that tree. It's stupid how big that tree's hitbox is. Absolutely stupid. I'm gonna go for about another 10 or so minutes, guys, or roughly that. Or at least until I should be able to at least get the trees in. Trees. The trees in. We'll be able to do under growth or whatnot, so that's fine. At least get the bulk of the work done, and well, if I have time tomorrow, maybe, but I don't want to be doing stuff. Oh, don't tell me that tree's leaning. And I have spammed in a lot of those. Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Okay. So, Chris, you have any suggestions for an engine? Or am I just going to give up hope on an answer? I know you got something. SD9043 Mac. I don't even know what that is, but that just sounds big. Let's go see SD9043 Mac. That might just be a little bigger than what I'm looking for. Though it looks like Joint Rail has a model. Yeah, I don't know if that would work. Yeah. Maybe something just a little bit smaller. And that's what our SD75s are for, bud. Good suggestion, though. Maybe a different railroad. And keep in mind, it has to be something that has a pretty good freeware model, too, so I think that's kind of where we were running some issues. To talk to Sean about that one, GP30. Does a blank already exist, or is it a fairly good model? Huh, alrighty. So, GP30, anything else? I might just take a few candidates and throw them at Sean. See what he thinks would be a good pick. GP9. SD9. I wouldn't mind the SD9. Would not mind those at all. Look up the SD9. I get a gun. Okay, that was a. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the SD9. I don't know if there's a good model for Trainz, though. Let me see. Trainz EMD SD9 B40-8. That would be a bad locomotive. Let me quickly pass those along to him, and then I'm going to wrap it up here. Just typing these to Sean real quick. Yeah, C40 wouldn't be bad, because I guess that was kind of the role of the GP40, was to kind of hang around for some pretty decent power. True. True. Although I feel like that's what the T-2s are for. To kind of hang around in case something happens to those, but we like to keep our SD70s running in fairly decent condition. I like to think anyways, but that's just me. That's just me. Alright, plop a few more trees and then I am gone. Let me see. So, no to the SD and GP9, no to the B40. It exists, but it's outdated, and the GP30 is very limited. So, all up in the air. I was kind of hoping maybe he'd say yes to the GP9, but I feel like I've asked him before and he said no. Because it's amongst one of my favorite engines. I do like the GP9 a lot. So, hey David. I'm actually getting ready to wrap it up here soon. Just plopping quickly a couple more trees. And then it's gonna be sayonara. Hope you all had a good May the 4th. Hope the I think I forgot to wish you guys a happy 4th, and May the 4th be with you, or something to that nature. Yeah, but like I said, we also want decent quality trains. Good, we want freeware stuff, but something something worth releasing to that sense. So, if you know what I mean. So I don't recall that GP9 being really much to look at. True, it doesn't make anything look good. We'll say that, but I'm also talking cab-wise, though, because at some point you may end up wanting to just sit in the cab and drive, and I don't want you guys to have to sit through anything painful or anything to a default nature. Because me, that just kind of ruins it, and that's where some of the JR trains gets me. It's like they have this beautiful exterior, and then all of a sudden you hop inside and it's default cab. It's like, ew. Okay. And this is me immediately shooting down any possible slight chance I ever had of getting on a JR. Well, anyways, so I think we should be... Alrighty, guys. Well, I think we're gonna leave it off here for tonight. I'll take you down to Alder's stream. That scene is kind of roughly getting finished up. I think we'll look at my house from the other side of the tracks. Very pretty area. So, just want to thank you guys for watching tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed me planting trees. I know that's always fun to watch. And my leg is dead. Yeah, this looks like some pretty good crap right here. This looks nice. Nice little area to live in. Might have to go do some tweaking with the house we made for you, Chris. Because right now it's just a little bit of nothing. So, is my Crown Vic in the drive? Yep, there it is. Okay, there's my Crown Vic. You see it just right there. But anyways, guys, so like I said, thanks for watching. Sean and I will do some discussing this week or weekend, and we'll find a suitable replacement for the GP40. Not saying Dave Snow's trains are bad. It's just I just don't know if Sean wants to work with them or not. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I don't know if he necessarily wants to work with that GP40. So he was pretty gung ho about the 15. But I don't know. So, but yeah, we'll find a suitable replacement for the GP40-2W. What else? I'm gonna try and make an actual video, in a sense. I'm gonna talk with Joe either tomorrow or probably Sunday at this point to getting my settings updated to where I record in full screen in probably 720p at least, at the most, and to where the actual video itself isn't laggy, because I have the free trial for Adobe and it runs out in 7 days, and I don't want that to happen without at least making another video or two. So I'll get that done. Probably do a time lapse or some sort. I don't know. So we'll wait and see. Wait and see how easy it is. It's probably not all too easy. Doesn't seem like it's easy, but yeah. So we'll do that, and then Sean's out of college for the summer, so we should expect some more stuff being churned out. Possibly a content pack or two. He's busy trying to get his stuff finished up, and that's understandable because he has projects he's working on too, and I appreciate all his help. He's devoted a lot of time to the Carrabassett. So there's that, and then yeah, like I said, so we'll get some stuff done for you guys, and we'll get you on a stream here shortly. So where'd you guys get the GP15? The GP15's off the DLS. That's Dave Snow's. That's why I said I'm not too sure what's wrong with the GP40, because I don't know. Sean worked with a 15, and that's Dave Snow as well, and Dave Snow units aren't bad. Pretty good. I like them. But anyways, guys, I will catch you all in the next one. Wish me luck tomorrow, my first flight lesson. Hopefully I don't, hopefully I can land. That should be fine, so you guys are good friends. Oh yeah, Sean and I, we're good buds, so like I said, very thankful that he came along and stuff like that, and it was over a year ago. I posted in the Trainz forums. I think it was over a year ago. No, it's been a while. I know I was posting in the Trainz forums and stuff like that, and he came along. I think I was asking people, like, can someone just paint me a train? And I think it was some people trying to get me to do Steam, and or trying to see if I wanted a steam engine, and I was contemplating it, but then Sean came along and said he'd paint me some engines, and well, here he is. He kind of took on the task of painting the whole roster, and then I guess later Riley came along, so I haven't heard from Riley lately. Let's see if he's doing okay. Sorry, I'm just cleaning the bottom of my mouse. It's all cruddy and dirty and crap. And it's gathered all this gunk. It's just kind of annoying me, because it makes it difficult to steer the mouse. Yuck. Gross. Yep, anyways, so I will not do that, but I will leave you guys from there, so I'll talk to you next one. See you guys.